The backlash to the Republican effort to destroy the federal government is underway as angry voters are flocking to now empty chair town halls. Now, why empty chair? It's because these Republicans who are invited to these just refuse to show up. In their absence, local activists have been holding these packed events in red states and districts. In New York, for example, voters addressed an empty chair featuring the photo of Representative Elise Stefanik. Look at that. So just an empty chair. Great. Now in Montana, town hall attendees expressed their own concerns about cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and the VA. In Alaska, attendees shared their own disgust with Trump for picking fights with Canada and Panama, okay, possibly going to war with Panama and trying to purchase Greenland. Just insane ideas. They also decried Trump's soft handling of Russia. Yes, very, very, very soft. Very soft handling of Putin. Kids' gloves. Not even kid glove. They're like, I don't know, silk. Nice, very, very, very soft, silky, handling of Russia, of Putin. In one Anchorage event, attendees also unloaded on empty chairs with signs reading Chicken Nick and Doormat Dan for Representatives Nick Begich and Senator Dan Sullivan. So that's fun. Let me show you. Let me show you some of that. So that's Doormat Dan. Gotta love it. One longtime Republican voter said that she was done with Sullivan after he had voted to confirm Trump's DUI pick for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Which it's wild that we have someone that unqualified running the Defense Department. Yikes. Yikes. Dan, what are you thinking? She said. Obviously, it's not the American people, not the defense of the country. Maybe you have a little Russian in you, Dan. Another asked, where the hell are you? Who said that he'd be fired from his job at the SBA half a dozen times. He's been fired, from his SBA job as a result of Musk and Doge's chaos. So, well, let me just note, though, a lot of Republican voters did vote for Trump to shake things up. Things are pretty shook, aren't they? I mean, they just didn't expect, I guess, for them to be shaken right out of their jobs. The leopards have been coming for people's face. Just saying. They didn't expect it. But it's kind of there, right? Now, that said, where were the Republican officials, though, at all these town halls? I mean, they were invited, as I mentioned. Well, let's go to Sullivan, right? Apparently, he was too busy meeting with donors at a 100 per plate fundraiser. Because of course he is. Of course. He also said, I don't want to meet with people who are just going to yell at me. Ah, yes. Yes, of course. Look, these people are voters, and they do have a right to yell at their elected officials. Never listen to anybody on either side who tells you that you are not allowed to yell at your elected officials. No, you absolutely are. Okay, and I would encourage it. But it gets better. A Sunday event protesting Representative Darrell Issa at the California Center for the Arts in Escondido was standing room only with an overflow. Attendees held signs that said Issa hold a town hall and chanted, tax the rich, according to video posted to Blue Sky by Allison Gill. In Fort Wayne, Indiana, hundreds of people showed up at the Allen County Public Library to denounce Republican Senators Todd Young and Jim Banks and Representative Marlin Stutzman for refusing to meet with them. Quote, they've never been here before. Why would they be here now? They're no-shows. They're interested in Trump and Elon, and they're not interested in us, one resident told local TV news station WPTA. That's right. They're not at all interested in you. I mean, here's a spokesperson for banks. Okay. Quote, here's what they said. Attending a fake town hall with a small group of whiny Democrats suffering from Trump Derangement Syndrome is not at the top of his priority list. Oh boy. Wow. That is not going to age well. Okay. I guarantee not going to age well. Hundreds of people also flocked to events in Columbus, Ohio, Maryland's Eastern Shore, Little Rock, Kansas, Lexington, Kentucky, Billings, North Dakota, and Missoula, Montana, according to Talking Points memo. Maryland Republican Representative Andy Harris hasn't held an in-person town hall since 2017. It's not showing up, but that's okay. Jamie Raskin decided to fill in. Okay, he drove 2 hours to Harris's district to answer questions at a packed middle school gym. During his speech, he told the crowd, "What's interesting is the people who are showing up are not paid protesters, but the people who are not showing up are paid politicians." Oh, that's great. So, look, I love that Republicans are out there claiming that everybody who's mad at them are nothing but paid protesters. You know, as if that's like a real thing. I don't think it is. Look, here's the thing. We don't bust people in like the Tea Party. Okay? There's no money for that. Okay? Or like Trump did when he paid people to show up for his ride down the golden escalator. All right? This exact thing happened during the first Trump administration. And then Republicans ended up getting wrecked in the midterms. Now, there is one big difference, though. Last time, the party kind of led efforts, the Democratic Party. This time, they're not. There are protests, there are town halls, there are marches, but it's all grassroots now. The Democratic Party is not looking to fight Donald Trump. They want to let Trump do all the horrific things that he said he was going to do. Okay? And that's the plan. The plan is to, I don't know, just roll over and let Donald Trump do everything. And then when he wrecks the country, then we'll come back and say, "Oh, you should have voted for us, huh? Yeah, wouldn't you rather vote for us now, even though like now we live in fascism?" Kind of a bad plan. Okay? But the reality is the current Democratic Party leadership basically wants this to happen. Why? Because letting Trump destroy everything means that you don't have to come out there and actually offer an alternative vision. You just say, "Look at all this disaster. Now vote for us." Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, we want you to do good things. You know, universal health care. But you're just going to, let everything go to hell instead of promote significant change and give up the donors? Are you serious? Look, I love what Bernie Sanders and AOC and Tim Walz and some of the others are doing. Okay? The ones who are looking to do real change. I love it. But you got Democrats at the top like Chuck Schumer. You got fossils like James Carville. Those are the ones who are intent on handing the country over to the fascists to try to teach voters a lesson. That's why you have protests that are hitting Democrats as well. So, I mean, you got people inundating Democrats with calls and slamming them at town halls for not putting up any fight against the Republicans. Which, again, as I've said throughout the years, they put more fight against the left, against progressives, than they do against Republicans. And a lot of people are starting to wake up to that fact. Finally. A little late, but hey, glad to see you here. Glad to see you. We need all of you in the fight. Progressives. Okay? We need people who actually believe in progressivism to start joining the fight, to start unifying against the far right and against establishment Democrats who love to fold to the far right. Okay? So that's why this is a big moment. This is a big moment. You've got backlash against the two parties. And only 29%. The Democrats have a 29% approval rating. Okay? So now would be a great time to do something different. whether it be to run independent or not. That, of course, depends on if the Democrats do manage to boot their ineffective leadership and abandon corporate money and third-way politics. I mean, if they, do all that stuff, then okay, you don't need to run independent. Have the Democrats actually be a working people's party. But no, not happening. Currently. Either way, though, it's really important to point out that the outrage from voters, from constituents, is real. And I think it's going to have, if it's done right, and directed at the right people, and translated into real political change, could have a massive impact. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.